Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Black Anime Dad. I'm back here because we need to talk about something. Now, every one of you knows that I am a Dragon Ball fan, but I'm not one of those blind faith guys. I'm actually here to talk to you about the three big announcements that happened. And so let's go through them in order. So the first thing is that Dragon Ball is back. And I see so many people online. They are going crazy for it. And I'm excited too, to a degree. Now, when it comes to this actual comeback for Dragon Ball, it's a lot of retreading of the same ground. So what we're seeing is that they are going to remake Super. And what I'm excited about is that we're supposed to get at least the Moral arc, and I hear the Granola arc, which is very exciting to me because then that will be fresh adaptations. But what I'm not happy about is that we are getting a Dragon Ball movie called Beerus, which is just a third retelling with updated graphics and probably to include the new forms from Daima, Vegeta in Super Saiyan 3, and Goku in his Hulk hands Super Saiyan 4 form with red hair. Into the actual canon of the story, or the canon of what is happening in Super. So that is all to say that they're going to spend 6 episodes on this remake of the Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods Beerus movie. Then they're going to give us a retreading of Resurrection of F, is what I've read. And they're going to do the whole series of Dragon Ball Super over, revamped, put it closer to the manga, which is always a good thing. But the thing is, we've already seen that. Why not take that same amount of effort and really give us some original storytelling? Really, we have someone, Tokyo Taro, who is, running things since Toriyama passed away. This is really an opportunity to give us something fresh, something that we haven't seen before. Shout outs to Kat. Thank you for joining the live here. And thanks for the likes. And shout outs to London as well for joining. And when it comes to this whole retelling of the story, I feel like it's too soon because, first off, we've already had Battle of Gods retold twice and redone twice. So do we really need to see it again? And the same thing with the rest of Dragon Ball Super. So I'm not as excited to hear about that. But once again, seeing that they're going to be doing the Moral arc, the Granola arc, I'm excited about that. Then we have the name of the series being Dragon Ball Super Galactic Patrol, which does sound very cool. I'm guessing that they're going to be working more with the Galactic Patrol, which means I'm going to see one of my favorite new characters, Jaco. I think that he's a really good underexplored character, but he is, along with another character that they haven't revealed to the general public, but those of us who read the manga know about Beerus, will be coming into the story. And when it comes to that whole story, I'm excited to see it pan out and how it plays out, how they're able to animate it. It's a pretty good story, and there's a lot of good potential for it, but I'm not a huge fan of it because of how it ends. It ends up being another Goku story. And I, for one, want to see them hand it off to another character. We have Gohan, who is getting better and who technically may even be stronger than Goku and Vegeta, because that beast form is very powerful. And then we also have Goku and Trunks, who are not doing anything but retreading the same ground that Gohan had. They're reliving his whole high school experience, and they're calling themselves the Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, which he was just the original Great Saiyaman. So I don't understand why they keep not giving us new ideas or new paths for these characters to go. It's a story that is over 40 years old. Like, we could do something very great with the amount of characters. In Dragon Ball Super alone, they've introduced possibly 40 or 50 more characters, but we really only see, on a semi-regular basis, only about 4 of them. I mean, we got Jaco, we got Broly, We have Beerus and Whis, who are too powerful most of the time to even be included in the main story. So it's really a lot of missed potential. So again, I'm excited, to see that Dragon Ball is getting a remake and that something is happening, because being a Hunter fan, I know what it feels like to go for a long time without one of your favorite series doing anything. Big shout outs to D4V1D. Thank you for joining. And shout outs to Angel. Thanks for joining us here on this live. And I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm not a big super. I'm not one of those people who is very excited and super into graphics and all that. I just want a good story to be told. I've seen plenty of stories where the graphics weren't great or bad even, and they were still pretty good. Shout outs to Beyond China. I hope I'm saying that right. Shout outs to you. Thank you for joining the chat. And then this leads us to our second announcement here. They have announced a new game, which is Dragon Ball Age 1000, which is supposed to take place hundreds of years after the mainline story. There is Akira Toriyama original character, which really looks like this character really looks like a rejected drawing for a character, or a rejected drawing for Miras, a character that will show up in the next arc, the Moro arc. And he looks like the little brother of Suigetsu from Naruto. He doesn't look powerful at all. It's obvious that he has something to do with, or he works with the Galactic Patrol. And shout outs to Donnie D for joining the chat. And when it comes to what I am expecting from this game, well, I'm expecting it to do what all the other create your own character, not mainline retelling the story, having you live the events of Dragon Ball through the characters, video games that they had in the past. I'm expecting something where you're this character, and because he has access to technology and a hologram room, he's going to be doing something akin to reliving the classic Dragon Ball tales, and then learning all the main characters' special moves from experiencing it in virtual reality. And then the big story or underlying through story will be him fighting probably an ancestor of one of the main villains. Shout outs to Joser884. Thanks for joining. And also shout outs to Val. Shout outs to Mateo. Shout outs to Fernando Espino. Thank you guys for joining. So that's what I'm expecting from Dragon Ball Age 1000. Just a retreading of the stories that we already know, but a new character learning it from virtual reality. Not really expecting much from that. Then, lastly, well, that was really the last of the announcements. So, in case you missed it, we're talking about Dragon Ball is coming back. We already talked about the movie. We talked about the show. We talked about the Age 100. And as I said, I'm only excited about one of those announcements, which is the series coming back specifically to show us the Moro and the Granola arcs. Everything else, I'm not excited for. I don't think that they're going to give us anything. And Dragon Ball is notorious for just recycling and telling us the same story over and over again. And people go online, oh, Dragon Ball's back. I'm so excited. And really, they're just giving you the same thing that they've always given you. Shout outs to SVF, Young Wolf, for joining us on this chat. But again, I don't want to steal that from you Dragon Ball fans. If you guys are super excited that Dragon Ball is coming back, then be excited for it. That's your joy. That's your prerogative. I'm just letting you know that I'm not falling for it. I'm not getting up here and saying that this is going to be the greatest thing ever, and I'm so overjoyed to see it. Shout outs to AD the One. Thank you for joining, and Eric for joining us on this chat. And really, we're going to sit back and wait and see how all this pans out. Also, shout outs to everybody who loves Naruto. The Naruto remake is coming out very soon. It's also going to be a retreading of the same story, but with better graphics and less filler, which is always great. I'm hoping that when they come out with the One Piece, which is the One Piece remake, of course it will be shorter, but I'm looking for it to do something a little different. Give us something more. Give us a little bit more context, not have all these little plot holes that kind of get filled in conveniently later on in the story, thousands of chapters later. All right, so that's my thoughts. So let me know in the comment section, what are you guys most excited for when it comes to this Dragon Ball resurgence? They're coming back with a new show, a new game, and they're retelling us the new movies, the newer movies, Resurrection F and Battle of the Gods, 6 episodes apiece, along with the rest of Dragon Ball Super being redone closer to the manga. So let me know if that's something that you're excited about. You're saying, hey, I don't care. Give me the Dragon Ball. Put it in my arm. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I need another injection of Dragon Ball. Hopefully, with the with our new guy taking over Toriyama's spot, hopefully he can deliver and give us more of this expanded universe. We still have the other Saiyan universes to explore. We still have the other universes. We can dive more into these other gods, these other things that are happening all around in the universe. It doesn't just have to be the Goku show. And perhaps maybe they could do the best move that they could do and have Gohan or another character take over as the main protagonist. At least give us like an arc or two where that happens. And then maybe we could go back to Goku and he's trained and somehow he's like Goku 1 million or whatever they want to give him. Because, as long as he's not dead, and even when he does die sometimes, he gets a new form. This guy cannot just stop evolving. But that's my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much to everybody who joined this live. And make sure that you support the page. Make sure that you follow me on TikTok. Make sure that you subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Thank you guys so much again. And I hope everybody has a great day. I'll talk to you guys again in the next one.